So we left off on. We got out of jail. We went to our dad's funeral. And now we have to find out who was happy that my dad died, right? Go to your family home in Northern. Okay. Northern Sromiše. Something like that. I guess I take the train, right?
We can go. The hardest thing was getting the lid of the urn. The scattering I could handle.
You can play the clown, but I know how much this has cost you. I'm glad you went.
Love at a funeral. Eros postmortem. Is it suitable for a young lady in mourning to fraternize with bachelors? Konstancja Szabłowska, the Warsaw Courier. Could I ask for a
It's my
brief
sister,
comment?
dude.
Hyena.
Thank you. And you, sir?
Chase the hyena away. What? Is that what they call paparazzi? Ask Liggy if you ought to intervene. Don't cause problems for her. Explain that you're Liggy's brother. Chase the hyena away. The hyena, I'm assuming it means paparazzi. So we're gonna ask Liggy if you should intervene. You know, it's her sister's hometown. She still lives here.
I can sort it out, but it might cause you some trouble.
It's not worth getting your hands dirty over.
Okay, that was a good option.
Get out of here, or I might decide you're attacking an Imperial official, and you'll wake up tomorrow in the Citadel.
Let's go over,
Are you
Ronan.
threatening me, Judge?
I'm actually sparing you from him. Would you rather try your luck with a Thaumaturge?
What, the
Come on,
Thaumaturge?
children. I'm sure my Petya is already waiting for us at home.
I'd love to see my cousin.
Are you coming with us?
Say you want some time alone. Yeah, I'll go. No, I'll go.
Thanks.
Get in. I'm sure the lawyer is already waiting for us.
Out here grabbing scraps, dude. Yeah, for real. My dad's dead, dude. Chill. My dad's dead, please. Have some decency. Okay, let's get in. Oh, wait. Are we already here? Yeah, we're already here. Oh yeah, I should just follow them. Duh.
Miss, your guests have arrived. The lawyer's upstairs too, waiting. A trifle jittery. Wonder if the tea I made him was too strong.
Thank you, Grażyna, dear. Let the
Grażyna.
guests wait. First, I want to take care of the will.
I'll just wet my whistle and join you all upstairs.
Oh, wet my whistle. What does that mean?
Make
Is he gonna
sure
go pee?
Uncle makes it upstairs sober. And I'll suggest you don't dawdle either.
Is he gonna go drink? What does that mean? I'm gonna go wet my
Master
whistle.
Victor, good God! Half your face covered, but I could tell right away it was you. You look just like your father in his youth. Completely his spitting image. Should I make you some cocoa, Master? It would warm you up a
Oh,
little.
please. I'm a little cold right now. Yeah, tell her to make cocoa for Ligia.
Make an extra creamy one for Ligia.
Oh, I won't skimp on her. Now, your sister's putting a brave face on all this.
Yeah,
but
she
she's
needs all the
really
love.
having
A hot
hard
cocoa will
time.
help her out.
It's lovely to see you again. But that's enough jabber for now. I've got the guests and the cocoa, and I've got to whip up some food for you all later. We'll talk soon.
Hey, wow. Okay. So I'm rich. Go to your father's study for the reading of the will. Oh, there's a lot of people here. How did he actually die? No, another round.
I don't want to put my foot in my mouth again. I already failed to recognize someone once today. But you look familiar.
Well, I should think so. I was the victim of one of your starling hunts. Voronins must not be very memorable, cousin.
Oh,
Petya.
shit.
Forgive me, and for shooting you as well. How are you doing?
Damn, this guy doesn't remember
Just
anyone.
some heart problems, not a subject for today. I'm sorry about Uncle Stanislav. Forgive me for not coming to the funeral. I can't bear cemeteries.
I don't blame
We'll
him.
have to meet up again.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Goodbye, Petya. The Warsaw Courier. Evening Extra. Here's the latest news on the riots that disrupted His Majesty Emperor Nikolai II's speeches today. A moment after our gracious emperor announced Georgy Skalan as the new governor general of Warsaw, a group of troublemakers started yelling most disgraceful slogans. That was us. That was me. Despite reinforced security, there was a scuffle. The gendarmerie were quick to get the situation under control, however. A few people were injured, including 2 policemen who came to help. 30 people charged with public nuisance and brawling were taken into custody. Whoa, 30 people. I was one of them. I was one of them. I was out there scrapping. $365 dinner recipes for 5 zlotys by Lucina C. Capon or pull it with sausages. Clean and pluck the capon while warm. Burn off the remaining feathers and knots over the fire. Slice off the giblets to add them to the broth. Oh, hey, we got a little recipe. Should we try to cook it?
Oh, I'm glad you're here. I thought I'd have to drink alone.
Come on, Veronin. Can't drink
So
alone.
many goodies laid out for the guests. Having trouble picking something for yourself, Judge?
But this was Stashio's. It was special. Amber liqueur with quinces.
Quinces? I thought it said
think you mean
quinces.
quince liqueur with amber, right? If it's not here, I'm sure it's in the basement. But I won't grope around down there in the dark now. I've got my hands full.
Now, I don't want to trouble you either. Victor, could you track down
Excuse
a
me.
little bottle for your uncle?
Yes, let's
I
go.
suppose I'm obligated to accept this mission.
Good lad. A nephew like you is a treasure.
A nephew like you is a treasure. Oh, so sweet. I'm really cool with my uncle too. Krasnia's liquor recipe. Pour a pot of ripe, duly picked quince fruits into a 4-gallon demijohn and pour in a light, cooled syrup with 6 pounds of sugar and 2 gallons of water. Yo, you think these are real? I'm gonna keep those for later. I'm gonna start cooking. Get a bottle from the cellar. Yeah. Let's go to the cellar. Is the cellar the basement? Whoa. Gotta see if the juice is worth squeezing. Oh, is the juice worth the squeeze? True. Mother's portrait. Wow, my mother was so pretty. A portrait of mother from her youth. She stands proud, wearing a white dress and a silk scarf thrown over her exposed shoulders. Her long, dark hair flows down her back, and she glances at the viewer with a piercing smile. Bare skin and a frivolous hairstyle. That's not how I remembered her. Nadia as a young, unkept maiden. It's hard to believe this shocking vision of the painter must have been created in a previous era. A time when hearts were stirred with violent emotions, poems were created to the sound of a storm, love stories had to end tragically, etc., etc. Father actually commissioned such a painting? That was pretty poetic. Oh, I got a point. Press I, right? Yeah. Oh, I got 2 points. Oh, I'm gonna go right here. How is it that I upgrade? Oh, is it this one? Yeah. Let's press I. Develop. Nice. I'm almost done with the tree. Okay, bond of speed. The saluters at next action will be 1 round faster. Increases damage by 50%. Maybe. I mean, I kind of like this one. The 50% one. I'll leave the 50% one on that one. I don't need to put that on. I'll examine this. A bottle of white wine from southern France. A small bottle of Quince liquor with amber, a beverage for true connoisseurs. The bottle exudes the sweet aroma of Quince and the sincere joy of an upcoming meeting. Is this a typo? The bottle exudes the sweet aroma of Quince and the sincere joy of an upcoming meeting. It is a beverage that brings people together and sweetens the bitterness of everyday life. An element of a ritual that two old friends would eagerly indulge in. And the sincere, yeah. I think you're right. I think there's an apostrophe there. Is there anything else around here? Oh, there is. A bottle of red wine from the United States. Hard to get. Pinot Noir from Oregon. Whoa. See me after class. I'm deducting 1 point from their score. See me after class and show me your... Sorry. Father's portrait. Wow. The portrait depicts father in his twilight years. The serious expression on his face, the proud posture, and the grimoire in his hand, combined with the dark background and lack of embellishments, it all reflects the strictness and pragmatism he always had. Good old Stanislav. However, a faint red streak can be seen around his figure. Oh, yeah. Apparently, artists are particularly sensitive to seeing things that usually escape the human eye. This one should receive double emolument for capturing the thaumaturgic aura. Bet that. I won both my games with Teysa today. The cards I added went crazy. Nice. Congratulations, Biggie. I love Teysa. Teysa's so good. Didn't she have a brother? Yes, but he's dead. Alright. He's alive, just sick. Alright. I'm right here, guys. The bust of Morana. The stern countenance resembles that of a human, but the callous gaze shows no trace of human emotions. The Queen of Winter scrutinizes you, sending a shiver down your spine. It makes me think of the words, if you gaze long enough into the abyss will gaze back into you. Oh, that's gonna be my stream title for tonight. If you gaze long enough... Oh, that's too long. Gaze into an abyss. Gaze in the abyss. Yes. The abyss. Gazes back into you. Gaze in the abyss. That's gonna be my stream title. If you gaze into the abyss, the gaze back. The gaze back. All right, let's Oh, did we get the bottle? No, we didn't. Where was it? Is it this one? I think we did get the bottle. All right, let's go back to our uncle. Deal. Let's go, Theo.
How did it go? Mission accomplished?
Oh, something continues to elude you. Keep searching. Give him a bottle of liquor.
I think this is the one Uncle wanted.
Yes. This is our little funeral battle.
Wow, that thing is
We'll
huge.
meet in Stasha's study after every funeral we went to, and raise a toast to the dead. And recently, we've been seeing one another more and more at such events.
Oh no.
More and more. But this time, even he has left me.
Oh.
So, to an easy death, as Stasha and I used to say.
How did he die?
Hasn't Lygia told you?
I haven't even had the chance to ask.
He didn't suffer, but such images in the memory are better saved for later. I'd prefer to remember him as he was alive. What then? Am I drinking alone?
Definitely not. Raise a toast in silence. Drink to an easy death. Propose your own toast. No, drink to an easy death. It's his brother. I'm not. Come on. Deal.
I suppose there's no reason to bear grudges or be angry, is there? Pistachio?
To an easy death.
Familiar faces keep vanishing from my life. Stasio and my Helena before him. I miss my little darling. I miss them both.
That's so sad.
Well, obligation fulfilled. Shall we get to the reading of the will?
Join the reading of the will. Yeah, let's go. Wait, ask about Chajat. What's Chajat? Yo, but last time I picked one of the options and it didn't let me go back. Yeah, let's ask.
At the funeral, there was this sad Jewish fellow, Mordechai Hayat. Do you know him,
Hayat.
Uncle?
He worked for Stanisław, but that was a long time ago. I don't know him more than that. So, shall we collect our inheritance?
Uh-oh. Yeah, let's go.
Yes, let's find out what my father hasn't left me.
Real.
Let's begin if everyone is ready.
Let's
Would you
begin.
please take a seat?
I'm seated. I'm sat.
Ladies and gentlemen, by the power of my office vested in me by the grace of His Imperial Majesty, the Emperor of all Russia, I hereby testify. Mr. Szulski's last will and testament were prepared several years ago in the presence of Zaslav Fedorov, Esquire, that is, myself. My last will and testament recorded in the year of our Lord 1888. In the name of the Holy Trinity. Amen.
Amen. Get out the lawyer in silence. Ask him to get to the point. No. Come on, get it over with. Can you imagine?
Therefore, my first irrevocable wish is to appoint as executrix of this will my daughter, Ligia Szulska. Immediately after my death, an inventory shall be conducted in full accordance with the law. After completing the inventory, all my personal movables will be sold at public auction. And let the funds raised thereby be donated on the anniversary of my death to the beggars near that cemetery. The administration of the remainder of my fortune I leave, without restriction, to the person of my daughter Ligia.
I'm not even getting a teaspoon.
All movables and immovables relating to the family enterprise I entrust to the care and administration of my daughter. I do not prescribe a method of administering them. I merely offer her one piece of advice.
Don't give him to your
I
brother.
wish that the business should be conducted with modesty, prudence, and honesty, as I have conducted it my whole life.
A joker to the very end.
To my brother-in-law and oldest friend, Alexander Voronin, I wish to leave the following. My collection of muskets and 2 revolvers, dating to the uprising in memory of our first meeting.
Stasio, I will have plenty to do in my retirement.
Enjoy your retirement.
Congratulate them both and say you'll wait in the kitchen. Wait for the end of the ceremony. Ask if your mother is getting anything. I'll just wait.
I would also like to come to the aid of my only son, Viktor Szulski, by entrusting him with the use of my personal black grimoire,
Whoa.
in the hope that he will be able to make good use of it. This is my last will and testament. Carry it out
He gave me
solemnly,
his grimoire?
though you may have found it burdensome. However, this last bequest poses a certain problem.
Yes, it certainly does. And what is that, may I ask?
I am not in possession of this grimoire. The late Mr. Szulski used it up until his death, yet no one left it with me after his passing.
Oh, so someone took his
Meaning
grimoire.
It's disappeared?
Someone took his grimoire. Oh, I got another point. Nice.
Did father have his grimoire on him at the time of his death?
It was only because of the grimoire that we could identify him at all.
What actually happened? How did he die?
A building
collapsed on top of him. I don't know any other way of putting it.
What? Ask about your father's death. Find out where this happened.
A building? It collapsed on top of him? How? How did this happen?
It was a day like any other. Papa had gone for his habitual walk. Every Tuesday and Thursday, he'd take a stroll to get some space, as he put it. When he didn't come back for a long time, I got the bad feeling something had happened. Then...
A whole
We
building?
rode there together. An entire wall of a tenement had collapsed. There were 3 victims, including Stasio, who had the bad luck to simply be walking by. To see him there in that condition, it's beyond description.
Oh, he saw it.
The grimoire. Could someone have taken it?
Perhaps, in all that confusion.
No, they knew what they were
But
getting.
why would anyone want Papa's grimoire? An ordinary person won't use it. Would the Thaumaturge just happen to be passing by?
Father had all his knowledge in there, but I don't know if it would be useful to someone other than him. I don't even know why he left it to me.
I'm sure Stasio had a reason.
That's interesting.
Where did it happen? Where was this building?
Yeah, we gotta go.
The southern part of Śródmieście, not far from the police station.
Shomisha.
Anyway, you can miss it.
Of all the possibilities, this was the death that fate prepared for him.
Emphasize that karma comes back. That's crazy. Say that even he didn't deserve this. I mean, I'm gonna go with the most realistic thing that I would say, which would be
I
he didn't
foresaw a
deserve this.
slightly more pleasant end for him, myself. I doubt even he deserved such a horrible death.
Those might be the kindest words you've ever said on the subject of a father.
How typical of his sort of person to keep a portrait in his study of a family that was only a family on canvas. Not long after the painting was done, he got divorced, ruined the Nijitsus, and kicked out his son. But there the portrait hangs, as if family meant anything at all.
I don't know what exactly happened with Aboritse, but I know that Papa felt guilty. You don't want to forgive him even now that he's gone?
The dead need no forgiving. And as for forgetting, I don't know how. It's just a shame about the grimoire.
Oof.
What do you intend to do?
Out of character. Ask about Ivan Koneshkin.
Father evidently knew a certain Ivan Konieczkin. Have you heard anything about him?
Konieczkin? No, doesn't ring a bell.
All sorts of people came to Papa's store. That doesn't mean every one of them might know something about the grimoire.
That's true. You've got your work cut out for you.
Well, if I go to the building, I should be
And
fine.
Mordechai Chayat. Could that be a lead?
I don't think so. He worked with Father, but he left more than a year ago. I don't know why. He was an assistant at our, well, my store.
This is fishy.
Do you know where I might find him?
Sadly, no.
Do you have any other ideas?
I go to the building. Admit the building is a good lead. Say you'll look through father's things. Yeah, I'll admit that.
I think we have to look for the answer in the place where it happened.
With your sight, you can make out more in those ruins than I, or Uncle, or Detective could.
True, that's what I'm
This
thinking
is
too.
a good lead, but is it the only one?
I'll look through father's
There
things
are
as well.
Father's things at the moment.
You're standing at the very center of his kingdom. Not everything has been sorted through yet, but you go right ahead.
And the store? I should check that too.
I've started stock taking there to distract myself, and I don't want you to go in there before I've finished.
As you wish.
I already know
Now
everything.
at least I can see how little I know. Maybe these scraps of information will lead me somewhere.
Well, now that we know what's got to be figured out, forgive me, my darlings. I'm going to give my old bones a rest.
I'll see you out.
Anything could have happened, honestly. But I don't see anyone taking the grimoire, right? Why would someone care so much
Goodbye,
about the
Uncle.
grimoire?
And, Ligia, I'm sorry it happened this way. That I wasn't close by.
The most important thing is you're here now.
Oh. What did I miss while I've been gone? Out there thaumaturging. Okay, let's go. Franklin Chopin.
How do you find our old stomping ground? Yes, I'm not too fond of this place either. This is where I had my last conversation with my father, just before I left. If you can call it a conversation. Can you see my dreams? Nightmares, actually. Ever since I decided to come back, I keep reliving the same memory. The lone shark incident. I've been seeing his death more and more lately. I wonder if his shop is still there. Perhaps we should go there and check.
I like... What's his name? Ubir? Ubir? Wait, where am I going? I thought I clicked on this. Oh, I went upstairs to to look at the painting. Okay, our family portrait. I can remember when it was taken. The year was 1884 and Ligia and I were 9 years old at the time. She was clearly tense, and I remember how mother admonished her not to smile, not to fidget, and to stand straight. Ligia was to take the cue from her. Mother was able to freeze like a statue and sit there, barely breathing for a couple of hours. I, on the other hand, posing nonchalantly, was always more unrestrained than my sister. I could get away with more. Behind us, our father, the head of the family, one hand resting patronizing on the back of the chaise lounge, asserting his ownership, and the other holding a grimoire, the black grimoire. Behind father, a shadow, as if a shape was emerging and forming, indicating another presence. That's Balberith. The family is complete. Oh, interesting. Oh, what's over here? Collections of books on the occult. The title include Pseudomonarchia, Daemonum, Lemegeton, and Picatrix. The grimoires of historical occultists brim with paternal inquisitiveness. The worn pages, full of annotations in the margins, bear the marks of frequent reading. His heart beating with excitement, father explored mysteries of demonology, thus expanding his horizons. The worm. Stanislav's last will. My last will written down in this year of our Lord, 1888. Oh, this is the will? Wait, is this the same will? Let an inventory be taken and all my personal movables be sold. Why would he have a copy of the will upstairs in his study, though? Interesting. Letter. The human heart is worth more than all the riches of the material world. Tonight. SR. Whoa. What is this? Who sent them this? SR. 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 Trace familiar mysterious woman. Oh, we got a lead. The message only appears to be brief. In fact, the pen strokes were accompanied by accelerated heartbeat, motivated by a restrained fondness of the addressee. The ink is dripping with special care and warmth that have seeped deep into the paper. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. The worm. Books and hard leather bindings with many bookmarks. I should probably level up the word. Word and the other one. Excuse me. A leather suitcase bearing traces of many travels. Stanislav. Grains of certain sands from father's trip to Africa had settled on the suitcase. He would set it aside, spinning plans for future voyages into the unknown regions of the material world, searching for what was hidden behind the veil of reality. Okay, I think I'm gonna go ahead and put one of my points into Word. So Word 1, right? Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and do one there. Father would pore over the yellowed pages again and again, reading the same words over and over, trying to extract meaning from them. He repeated the words from dedication and the necessary of sacrifice like a mantra, slamming shut one volume and reaching for another. What does it all mean? What is this? Oh, okay. A wooden mask representing a Salitur known as Shirali. The demonic countenance is clothed in the hope that clung to it first and the satisfaction that soon followed. It seems that father had plans for Shirali, which he eventually managed to fulfill. Stanislav. Oh, okay, we got a conclusion. Ye old sneaky links. XR, sexy redhead. Do you think that's what it is? Sexy redhead? Father's search. Father's thoughts were recently occupied with a search for knowledge that bordered on the obsessive. This is related to something much more than his usual curiosity about the world, which I remember him for. He was looking for something, hunting for salutors, exploring the mysteries of everything related to thaumaturgy. The only thing I still don't know is where it led him. Could he have been researching another thaumaturge? Interesting. Let's go in here. It's right next to... Oh, he was reading this next to the toilet. Compared to Crowley's Ars Goetia, there are 3 fewer demons. No evidence that all demons are salutors. Bathim, a false lead. Pucelle, a false lead. Anton claims to have subjected Orobos, mere boasting. Marchosius, expected to take on the form of a wolf with the wings of a griffin and the tail of a snake. According to Duplancy, he takes the form of wild lioness. Interesting observation by Crowley. Demons are unexplored fragments of our minds. However, in appearance, it resembles an ox with wings. A lead for Sabnok, unknown. So he was definitely researching demons for thaumaturgy. The door just closed by itself? Hello. Message from mother. Dear child, stop. Stop it. It is with great sorrow that I have received the news of Stanislav's death. Stop. Unfortunately, I will not be able to attend the funeral ceremony. Stop. My duties in Paris keep me from traveling to Warsaw this time. Stop. I join you both in mourning and sorrow. Stop, mama. Oh, so this is Lygia's room. My letter from Rome, July 1896. Oh, this is the letter I wrote her. I'm writing to you because sleep eludes me. As I wrote before, I have found a suitable candidate. Oh, this was when I was at that last place. Charred letter. My love for you is burning. It keeps me from eating. It keeps me from sleeping. It keeps me from living. Lygia, I'm begging you to end my agony. Agree to be my... ... Lygia has a sneaky link. That's SF. My letter from Paris. Sister of mine, I feel well enough to write something to you. The doctor also recommended I do so. I'm not alone in my anguish. I share a room with one Refford Morton, whose last name escapes me. They brought him from London from Dr. Seward's clinic. A very interesting case. He spends his days hunting for the moths, cockroaches, ladybugs, and beetles that come here sometimes. He eats them. Hello. Not him eating grub. He says it gives him strength to wait for the coming of the Lord, but I don't think he means of the Savior. I can't yet reconstruct all the details after the debacle with Paimon. My mind is still in tatters. Paimon visited me no more than a week ago. I know that's impossible. It probably happened only in my mind, but it was so clear. He, as the king of hell, with his host of demons, with the shadows of his penitents, called for me to join them. It was so real. I'll stop here. I'm having a hard time gathering my thoughts. He's losing it. Wait, so that's me. I'm losing it. Paimon. Paimon, yeah. visited me no more than the king of hell, apparently. The king of hell. The Polish Gazette, evening edition, as at the cemetery in Monastery on Sunday, the body of the distinguished writer and citizen, the late Serena Duchinska, was laid to rest. A handful of compatriots escorted the coffin amidst the pouring rain. The funeral service was very modest. Oh. I think that's it, right? I remember that was the entity they worshipped in Hereditary. Oh, you're right. Oh my god, the King of Hell. Hey, Hereditary is coming to theaters soon. Okay, we're gonna open this, and then we'll look. Oh, we can change. I have a wardrobe. Wow, I got no clothes. Cool. So this is my room. Serious photo. This is me. Straight backs, stern expressions, noses in the air. Two boys that are just trying to meet everyone's expectations. Something went wrong here. Something went wrong here. Just two boys. Just two dudes being dudes. What is this? Bust of Syrian. Sharp. Avian features bear wild. Disturbing kind of beauty. They make you want to fall into her clutches and be lulled into an eternal dream by her sweet song. Yet, her cryptic slight smile makes a subconscious, primal part of your being cower away from the predator. But isn't a soul the only price for the bliss of giving yourself up to that enchanting creature? Yo, whoever does the writing in this book. In IMAX, baby. Yeah, dude. I'm excited. I'm gonna go watch it again. I'm gonna take my friends that haven't seen it. I want my friends that haven't seen it to go. Okay, we're gonna take a quick break at this point. For those on YouTube, thank you for coming back. This is our new day. We out here. I'll see you guys in the next part. Thanks.